I'm Todd Cameron, and the question is, what am I doing building an RV aircraft? How did I get into it? What are your plans for this airplane? And so a little background quickly. I started this a long time ago. It's 2008 right now. I started this airplane back in Y2K, year 2000. I was a computer programmer up in Alaska. And way up north in Juneau, there are no roads in and out. Only way in and out is by airplane or boat. I went out and flew around with a friend of mine in his little airplane, and it was the most beautiful flight you've ever seen. And I just became really excited with the airplane. I said, I'm going to get my pilot's license, I'm going to fly. Did a lot of research, computer geek. I went out to the internet. I searched Best Buy practices, general opinions and stuff, not knowing much. And it came back with an RV aircraft. And I decided there are considerations whether you buy a nose wheel, a tail wheel model. But it really did seem that this was a good airplane. So I ordered the empennage kit. And that kit is the start everybody starts with. You bang and rivet away and build this tail section, and if you survive that, you're a builder. If you can't do that, you're like many other people and quit there. You know, bought this in year 2000. I will build this airplane in a year. They say 2,000 hours to build the airplane. So I figured I'm really good. I built boats, like sails, and build solid section wings and model airplanes, and I'll have it done in a year. And I really had it well done within the first year. In about 2001, I was down to put electronics in, build a canopy. Engine was already mounted. I figured I'd have it done in about a year. And so I'd better move to an airport. Came to this airport, and I have not worked on the airplane, or I have worked on the airplane a little bit, but not with that effort. I've put a lot of time into the house and other things instead. I'm excited now. Things have changed. I'm getting ready to fly the airplane now. 8 years later, 2008, I'm getting ready to fly it. I fired the engine up, really got the airplane going. Oh, you got it. This was really pretty fun. Fired it up. I changed adjustments and stuff on the engine. So finally got the brakes and everything hooked up, tied it up to a tree just in case, and went through all my pre-checks. Is there oil? Ran it over a few times to make sure there's oil pressure, checked things out to make sure that all linkages and stuff looked good. I thought everything was good, and I fired it up. And that plane took off at 2,200 RPM, dragging its brakes across the pad out there, headed for the hangar, and hit the rope on the end of the tail, just my safety security thing. So, boy, I'm glad I had that extra precaution in there. Got to get that idle set a little bit lower. I'd put the linkage in the wrong. There are two holes in it, and put it in the too much adjustment. So put it back in the right hole. Everything is fine. Clean it up. I'll be ready to run it through its tricks again. In fact, I already did. I ran it through once, but still burning off smoke. Smitty from the EAA chapter. I joined the EAA chapter, and they're offering to help me out, or they do help me out, and all my neighbors help me out. But they sent one person up here that I really respect. His building prowess is fantastic. I looked at his plane, I checked his stuff. Just immaculate. He is the first person to find anything wrong with this airplane from the people who've inspected it. Found one tube I had left off, and I know why I did that, but he's the first one to find anything wrong with the airplane. I don't think we'll find much wrong with it. No big deal to fix it. I would have no airspeed. This would be serious if I took off without it. We'd go through the backup plans. What would you have done? What could you have looked at? hopefully I'm smart enough to realize I could use the GPS airspeed, that I could use GPS airspeed I have. I also have a stall indicator that will give me warnings and stuff, so that I should not be able to stall it. It's pre-calibrated for the plane. I should have been able to fly it this way, but I don't want to be looking for that kind of thing on the first flight.
What's your target date to fly the airplane?
My target date, I am down to how quick can I get the paperwork through.
There's a
No, I know why it's not connected too, yeah.
there's a guy on the field. That's the end of that. My wife agrees. She says, "You gotta get something you can haul me around with too."
I don't know, I fired it up with the torch, couldn't burn it. Won't burn. It came from Boeing surplus. Yeah, they're going because Zune, I hope.
Are these from Van?
No, they're not. I don't know. Yeah.
That's strokes.
Strokes also.
Please.
Aileron.
Okay. That's good. Okay. That's it for now.
Okay.
We'll catch the flaps in a little bit. Oh, you're going to trim here too?
Very good. Yes, that's
Yeah.
on my list.
Okay.
I think it needs a little more clearance.
Yeah, it's pretty close, especially for a aileron.
Too close to that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can we run the flaps?
Sure.
Clear over there? Just up and down. Thanks. Underneath. Look under here for a minute. Okay. Check down. Those are your incremental stops there. I always tell the RV series guys about the flat motor.
Yes.
You know about the
flat motor,
yeah.
or the brushes that
The flat motor that
stop.
if the jam nuts are loose, that every time you go up and down, it extends it a little bit further.
Oh.
And what happened? Smitty's, in fact, RV-6.
Yeah.
When I did his, he was in the aircraft. I was here. He said, "Let's run the flaps down." So we ran them down. I said, "Okay, that's good. Let's run them up." And on the other side, they had gotten down far enough past this trailing edge skin.
Oh, the snag.
Yeah, and what happened was he was starting to come up, and I was standing here, he was in the aircraft, and all of a sudden, boom! Oh, what was that? So we looked over on the other side. Well, first he said, "John, my battery must be going dead." He just got those words out of his mouth, and
Ow.
boom! But what happened was the flaps went down far enough to where they caught
Yes.
on this skin.
Yes. Did they wrinkle it?
Oh, it went bent right up, just like that.
That's twice. That's two I've heard of.
Yeah, so what happened is that jam nut was loose, and every time it went up and down, it just extended a bit each time.
Okay.
So I think there's Van's put out like a safety letter of some sort to safety wire that, to safety that nut somehow.
Okay.
So you might think about that or look at it and see, just to make, just for future.
Here's another thing too. Someone bumped against that, like walking around, just bumped against it enough to catch that edge right there.
Yeah.
With the flaps down, did the same thing.
Yeah, so
I saw that one.
yeah, just be aware of that as well. Can I-
Backwards.
Oh, okay, good.
As soon as I jumped in, I went, oh.
Yeah. You're not gonna get much nose down, but okay, leave it wherever you want it. If you want to go back to neutral or okay. All right, that's good. Pretty close there too, but that may not be an issue. Something you can watch.
Okay. Okay.
You'll see little scrub marks on there if you're too close. I don't think you will. The ideal thing on movable flight controls is to have a little distance. Some guys like to squeeze it right down real tight to where it's, you know, aerodynamically and visually.
Yeah. That was as tight as I dared, and I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
Better look at your
This
map.
still go up and down by itself.
Yeah, I know. Just chilling. Okay, can we run the ailerons through again so I can kind of see what kind of action you have?
Ailerons? Okay.
Okay, back that way. Okay, hold it right there. Okay.
Fingers clear?
Yep. Okay. That's good. Okay, during phase 1 flight testing, to meet the requirements of 319B, all flights must be conducted within a geographical area described as follows, and that's a 50 nautical mile radius from the Crest Air Park, Kent, Washington. Now, the aircraft must be operated for at least 40 hours in the assigned area. That's because of your engine front combination, FAA non-tested. All test flights at a minimum must be conducted under VFR day only. That's phase 1. Guidance concerning scope and detail can be found in 9089, AC 9089. Do you have that AC?
I'll look it up.
That's a pretty good AC, actually.
Is it?
What that does, it takes you from being a builder and takes you through the thought process for flight tests. First flights, what to be thinking of prior to flight, how to get yourself mentally ready as far as, you know, don't just throw the cowling on as soon as I leave and taxi out and go fly, you know. Have a plan.
I do have to.
It's kind of what they're saying. So that's actually one of the better ACs the FAA has put out in a while in the home built world. Following satisfactory completion, the required number of flight hours in the flight test area, the pilot must certify in the records that the aircraft has been shown to comply with 319B. In other words, it's been tested. Compliance with 319B must be recorded in the aircraft maintenance records with the following or a similarly worded statement. And then what we do is provide this statement just so you kind of know what to put in your logbook at the end of your 40 hours. I certify that your prescribed flight test hours have been completed. The aircraft is controllable throughout its normal range of speeds, throughout all maneuvers to be executed, has no hazardous operating characteristics or design features, and is safe for operators. That is almost a paraphrase of 319B. If you were to look that up, that's pretty much what that says. The following aircraft operating data has been demonstrated during flight testing. In other words, your stall speeds, best rate, best angle, weight, and CG that they've been accomplished, that they were done. So at the end of your 40 hours, you make this statement in your logbook, sign it, date it, boom. Aerobatics must not be attempted until sufficient flight experience has been gained to establish, develop a record for the aircraft.
Right.
So at a later time, someone can, if you were to sell the airplane 10 years from now, someone could query the system down there and get a CD. Well, it may not be CDs by then, but it'll be some record of the certification package package that's put together.
Okay. So let me sign this one here.
Sign and date that one, and then sign and date yours. Okay, so I'll put together my package that gets submitted to the MITO. The MITO will review what I've done to make sure that I've crossed my I's and T's and so on and so forth. And then they in turn submit it to Oklahoma City. What I need is an aircraft logbook. I certify the aircraft's been inspected. You don't have to put the date in there because you'll date after your signature. It's been inspected in accordance with scope and deal of Part 43 and found to be in a condition for safe operation, and then just sign and date it.
You got your trim centered there? You gonna center that pad?
No wonder.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, well here we go. We're gonna fire it up first. Okay. Clear prop. Start right up.
Backfiring on him when it slowed up. I don't know if that's
So his plan isn't
gonna fly. He doesn't want a taxi, so that's kind of.
but he doesn't want to pull it over either. What's up?
Brakes are locked up. I can't move it.
Brakes are locked up.
Yeah.
I'll just take the.
Let's just take the parking brake off.
Oh, it's stuck. The parking brake is.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's not releasing, or I've got.
Well,
I don't have it right.
Did you put it on, or just when you left here? I mean, it just came on.
No, that's why all the power through here. I'm going. Oh, the brakes are
Oh,
tight.
yeah, I could see. Yeah.
Not that. It's not tight. It just got worse and worse, and as I pumped it up with pressure,
But
now they're locked.
They were on. They were on when you left.
Yeah. I thought it was just brakes dragging. And
No, I seen that when you. God, that's a lot of power to move that.
I did
downhill,
too.
and
I went,
what the
what's
heck?
wrong? What's wrong? I go, oh, the brakes
I
are
thought
tight.
So they should cool off and then just unhook it.
I don't think it's the parking brake, so I'll just take the parking brake off.
Yeah, you can't. It won't come off right now though.
It won't come off. I think I've got it adjusted wrong or something. I never had fluids in it all the way because it was leaking, so I didn't know. I thought I did, but.
And another thing you don't want to do is fill that reservoir. You know, if you fill the reservoir, it'll lock up too. But usually,
No, it bleed out the top.
yeah.
on that.